On December 2nd, the Environmental Protection Agency finalized a new methane rule that will cut oil and gas pollution in the state of Texas. This regulation was years in the making. The idea began when President Biden was elected and was initially proposed just last year. Our Jesse Zaragoza spoke with a candidate for railroad commissioner and a former petroleum chairman regarding the new rule. Here's that report.
It's no secret the Permian Basin drives the oil and gas industry across the U.S. The Environmental Protection Agency's new rules include strengthened leak detection systems, incentives for using certain equipment, and reporting data. But just how did that affect us right here?
In the United States, taking one of the very first bold actions in terms of addressing the methane challenges is a huge step forwards for all of us in the industry.
I think this is a win-win. If we capture that gas and don't flare it, don't vent it, don't allow it to go through fugitive emissions, it means we can actually use it as a product and not have it affect our health or the climate, the planet's climate.
Former chairman of the Permian Basin Petroleum Association, Kirk Edwards, says the oil and gas industry is being targeted.
Well, again, we're for the methane rules, but we don't want to have them punitive against just our industry. To me, they're going and looking for a problem that doesn't exist. And so to me, they need to go prove that the problem is there before they react like this. And again, why are they specifically targeting only oil and gas when you've got so many other industries out there that, especially agriculture and livestock, that do the same things?
According to researchers, those who live near oil rigs are prone to health issues because of the poor air quality.
If flares aren't perfectly run and don't perfectly burn that gas off, some of that gas is going to escape and affect people's health directly. We've seen studies where if people live within half a mile of an oil and gas well that isn't properly regulated, it can have severe impacts on things like asthma, health effects, and even birth defects.
The state may look to defend the industry with litigations toward the EPA making these rules federal. We'll keep you updated once we know more on that. But for now, reporting in Odessa, Jesse Zaragoza, ABC Big 2 News.
Thank you for that, Jesse. Storage vessels that previously were unaffected by regulation, including both new and existing facilities, may now be subject to NSPS based upon updated definitions and the addition of a new trigger. And now to local gas prices as they continue to drop all across West Texas. AAA says after a busy holiday travel season, prices are expected to fluctuate. This comes while Texas still has the lowest price per gallon in the country. Taking a look at prices here locally, Ector County drivers are paying some of the lowest prices across the state at $2.70 a gallon. Midlanders are paying a bit more at $2.74. Andrews County is paying $2.76 a gallon, while in Howard County, drivers are paying an average of $2.76 as well. This comes as oil prices also continue to fluctuate. Right now, a barrel of crude is down now under 70 bucks. According to Bloomberg, that's down $3 from when markets opened just this morning. Right now, there are 314 rigs up and running across the Permian Basin. That's also down 20% from this time last year. One thing that could have a big impact on those prices is the Ports to Plains corridor. It started as a high priority in 1998. Now, the project plans to build an interstate that runs from Mexico to Canada, making a stop in the Permian Basin along the way. The interstate would be called I-27. We sat down with our local state representative who is working on the matter, August Pfluger.
Very proud that I-27W will come through Midland, Odessa, which quite frankly is the most important region for this area, for this interstate, because of the energy production that comes out of the Permian Basin on a daily basis.
Here's a look at the route that passed through Congress yesterday. The congressman tells us this is going to have a huge impact on business in our area.
Not only is it safer, not only does it allow for faster transport of goods, and in this case, energy related, supply chain related goods, but it also enhances our ability in the Permian Basin to continue to produce affordable, reliable energy, to continue to move those products, to move the rigs and the service companies and all the things that are associated with the energy industry, to do that at the speed of commerce, at the speed of relevancy.
The Ports to Plains Alliance, a group that advocates for the interstate, is headed to Washington, D.C. to talk to federal lawmakers about moving this process along. We'll continue to follow this story and all of our latest energy news right here on ABC Big 2 every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. You can also read more on our website under the Powering the Permian tab.